What are the potential negatives of living or investing in Costa Rica? It's funny, the other day I was on a Zoom call with three brothers, and at the end of the call, the brother said, "Hey, Mike, you've just told us for 1 hour about how awesome Costa Rica is and what a great place to live and what an amazing investment. What's wrong with the place?" And I said, truthfully, now, not a whole lot. 20 years ago, it was pretty rough, but now, we've got all the conveniences of a first world country. We're 20 minutes from an international airport, but still some of the same pura vida mentality exists. You go to a store and you have to go to 3 or 4 stores to find what you want. Sometimes they don't have it. People tell you they'll be there at 2 o'clock. It might be 3 o'clock, but that's part of the allure at the same time. So he said, "Okay, Mike, that's fair." But then he asked me, "Well, what do you see in the future as being the biggest problem of Costa Rica?" And I thought, wow, that's a great question. Nobody's really ever asked me that. And I thought about it and I said, I guess it would be the same thing as anywhere, that maybe someday we're going to be too crowded. We're going to have too many people. It's going to be too overbuilt. But it's funny, I just celebrated 20 years of living in Costa Rica. And 20 years ago, everybody said to me, "Hey, Mike, what's it going to be like in 20 years? Is it going to be too overcrowded? Is it going to be too overbuilt?" Look at us now. It's still a beautiful place to be, and it's definitely not overbuilt or overcrowded. But I think, truthfully, my answer to that would be that I hope, as people continue to come to Costa Rica, that they do the right thing. We don't want to be Hawaii, where the locals don't like the foreigners, the locals don't like the investors. And that's my only hope, is that if you're going to come to Costa Rica, give to Costa Rica. Don't take from Costa Rica. If you're retiring down here because it's a beautiful place to live and low cost of living, give back. Maybe you don't have a lot of money because maybe you're on a pension or Social Security, but you have a lot of time. So donate your time. Give back to the charities. Help the schools. Help the kids. Help the animals. Help clean the beaches. Give back to Costa Rica. If you're an investor or a developer and you're coming down here with big plans to make money in Costa Rica, there's nothing wrong with making money. People make money all over the world, and this is a great investment. But just remember, give some of it back to the community. I tell all of my investors, plan on giving at least 10% of your profit back to Costa Rica. So when you make that profit on a house that you sold, or if you're a developer and you're developing whatever project it is, set aside in the budget to give money back to Costa Rica, give back to the community, give back to charities. I'll give you 2 great stories. One of my clients, very good client of mine, sold one of his houses, made a nice profit. And he said, "Mike, I'm going to give you $10,000. I want you to buy bicycles for a poor town of kids." So we had an entire truckload of bicycles delivered to a very poor town where an unbelievable amount of kids, their life was changed with a brand new bicycle. There's another story I want to tell you. I had another client of mine and I sold his property and he made a nice return. And he said to me, "Mike, I want to give you a bonus on top of your commission." And I said, "Sir, I don't expect the bonus. I negotiated a fee and that's what I'm happy with. Just as if I wouldn't want you to ask me to take a cut in my commission. I did my job. I earned my fee. Pay me my fee and you keep your profit. And if it's more than you anticipated, great. I did a good job." He said, "But yes, I really want to give you a bonus." So I said, "You know what? Take that bonus and donate it to one of my charities." And he gave an astronomical amount of money to the local dog rescue area here in Playas del Coco. So that's the only thing I would say, is if you're going to come to beautiful Costa Rica, please, as I say, come on down, baby. It's a beautiful place to live. But remember, it's their country, and we are guests in their country. So go out of your way to help the Costa Ricans. Go out of your way to help the charities, help the kids, whatever that might be. Tutor kids, teach kids English, help the animals, get involved with the community and make a difference. Don't just come down here and take advantage of the fact that it's a great place to live and a relatively inexpensive place to live. And if that happens, we will never be Hawaii. Thanks.